there has been a lot of big and exciting news happening in the Ethereum verse over the last few days. Big news from Reddit, big news out of India, big Polygon news, and some really important updates about the end of proof of work mining for Ethereum, the transition to proof of stake. All of that and much, much more in today's video. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing, so if that's a topic that you would like to learn some more about, make sure you are a subscriber to the Lark Davis channel, that you are gently tapping on the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, and of course, click on the notification bell to know when I put out a new video. So let's go ahead and turn over to the charts just to get started off with real quick. So Ethereum has been looking very bullish throughout this whole crazy market correction. And you might say, come on, Lark, what are you talking about, brah? You are crazy, 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 man, because the price of Ethereum went down by 60%. How can you say that's bullish? Well, we're not down 60% anymore. I mean, come on, we're only down 47% from the all-time high, guys. Mega bullish. No, look, the thing I want to say is that throughout all of this, remember, Bitcoin has been trading underneath the 200-day moving average for over 2 months now. That's, not bullish for Bitcoin. That's a bearish signal, right? And look, Bitcoin's obviously been going through a nice stage of recovery recently. It's running up against resistance, et cetera, et cetera. We're not talking about Bitcoin in this video, but you can look here. This is the 200-day moving average for Ethereum. It has spent a heck of a lot less time under the 200-day moving average. Now, the first bump here, it recovered very, very quickly. We did spend about 10 days or so under it here at the end of July, but we have now reclaimed the 200-day moving average again. So throughout this whole correction, Ethereum actually remained at a technical level more bullish than Bitcoin has been. Right now, it is also trading above the 200-day moving average, even though the price, of course, is still down massively from the all-time highs. I get that. But we're actually trading again above the 200-day moving average, which shows that Ethereum is again in a bullish trend. Hopefully, of course, we can hold that. We have lost that once before. Probably a lot of it's going to depend on what Bitcoin does. The big boy, big orange guy, he always seems to be the one to spoil the fun for everybody else. But if Bitcoin behaves, then it seems like Ethereum could be getting ready for some decent price action moving forward. But obviously, we need to keep holding the 200-day moving average. But when we are above the 200-day moving average, that is signaling that the bulls are in charge of that asset. So while Bitcoin at this stage remains technically in a bearish situation underneath the 200-day moving average. And I say that, acknowledging that we've had a lot of really positive indicators recently at a technical level for Bitcoin. Ethereum, it's above the 200-day moving average. Now, that being said, it has just run into resistance here. So it's a major line of resistance for Ethereum right here around $2,330 approximately. We have seen that be a pretty important line for Ethereum over really the last few months. So we had it here and here. We also had it acting as basically support back at these levels. And then, of course, acting as resistance here and acting as resistance again right here. You can see we had 2 attempts over the last few days to try to break above that line. Both of those attempts have failed. So a retest now of the 200-day moving average for Ethereum would not surprise me at all. Now, if you want to trade some Ethereum, maybe some Bitcoin, maybe some Dogecoin, whatever your fancy might be, you need to get yourself an account over on Bybit. They are currently offering 0% trading fees for trading on spot markets if you are a market maker. And they have a very big and vibrant derivatives market where you can long or short a wide range of different cryptocurrency assets. Use the link down below in the description to start your account, and you can get up to $600 in trading bonuses over on Bybit. Now let's get into the news. Ethereum trading volume growth is outpacing Bitcoin in 2020. 2021. That is according to a recent Coinbase report. Now, if you look at the charts today, that's not the case. Bitcoin is doing almost twice the volume at $39 billion compared to Ethereum's $21 billion over the last 24 days. But we're talking about a bigger trend that we're seeing here. More and more, you're seeing an incredible amount of interest growing in the Ethereum asset. That's why we're seeing the trading volumes getting up to the same levels or quite often surpassing Bitcoin. And I know we're in a Bitcoin trend right now. Everyone's looking at Bitcoin thinking, oh man, Bitcoin's probably going to make a big move. We should position ourselves accordingly. But the demand for Ethereum is really what's pushing the trading volume so damn high. People want to get their hands on Ethereum to put it into DeFi. They want to get it to put it into the staking contract. They're just trading Ethereum because it's such a strong asset to be trading. So we're seeing a lot of interest coming in. And as the report mentions here, especially institutional interest. And we've talked about that here on the channel. A few weeks ago, Goldman Sachs came out saying some positive stuff about Ethereum, that Ethereum's going to flip Bitcoin one of these days, et cetera, et cetera. That, at the time, I said, hey guys, we need to really pay attention to this because what we're seeing is institutions flipping bullish on Ethereum, which means that they're going to start playing Ethereum. They're going to start pushing Ethereum up and then dump it down at some point. But they're on board. They're buying Ethereum. We have Ethereum ETFs being traded. We have Ethereum futures being traded now. They're getting into all this stuff. We have Ethereum funds that have been launched that institutions are getting into. Now, the institutional involvement in Ethereum, less than their involvement in Bitcoin, but their involvement in Ethereum is growing at a very, very rapid rate. So we're seeing a lot of money coming in. The trading volumes are definitely evidence of that happening, even if it's not true today. It's been true for quite a few days. Now let's talk about Polygon, the most important Ethereum sidechain, most important Ethereum scaling solution, probably out there right now, certainly one that's got the most adoption. Now, this is really big and really important news. BINANCE has announced that they are supporting direct deposits and withdrawals to the Polygon mainnet. This is super, super important because BINANCE is one of the world's, if not the world's, biggest cryptocurrency exchange. They are now supporting layer 2 withdrawals directly to the Polygon network, which means you can now withdraw your Matic straight from Binance over to your Matic wallet, your Polygon wallet. So this is super, super important. Obviously, we want to see them adding on assets like USDC and stuff like that. Essentially, what this means is that this is going to juice up the Polygon network because it's going to make it even easier for people to get money in and out of the Polygon network. You're not going to have to be using a bridge anymore. You can just be using Binance. Awesome. Absolutely awesome to see this going on. Now we want to see, obviously, other big exchanges getting on board and supporting this. It'd be really nice to see someone like Coinbase support this, especially since Coinbase was a freaking investor in Matic. Took them forever to list it. Now it'd be nice for them to make up for their slow listing time with enabling withdrawals directly to Polygon. But if we know Coinbase, it's probably going to take them a really long time, like it takes them a long time to do anything. Coinbase. But anyway, very good news. Still bullish on Polygon. I think that as we see, essentially, what we have, I'll give you an example. Stoner Cats is an NFT that was launched by Mila Kunis. These came out the other day. The sale went on for about 40 minutes. Gas fees on Ethereum spiked to hundreds of dollars again during that hour period because everybody wanted to get their hands on Stoner Cat NFTs because these are NFTs being launched by a top tier celebrity. As the market becomes more bullish, as things start to pick up, you will see the fees go up again on Ethereum, because we have not solved the fee problems for Ethereum. And I know it's really good that Uniswap has integrated Optimism recently. That's going to be a big game changer, because the biggest gas guzzler is Uniswap. You're going to be able to do cheap swaps on Uniswap using Optimism. But look, here's the deal. Fees are going to go up as the market goes up, as we get that euphoria and excitement coming back into the market. Whenever that happens, we're not at euphoria stages yet, obviously, but when those fees go up like crazy, Polygon is going to be there, and it's going to be ready to just welcome all those users once again with basically dirt cheap fees, fraction of a penny fees to make transactions, to trade on the decentralized exchanges, to get in and out of liquidity pools. It's very, very attractive, because you can use all the same great applications that exist on Ethereum on Polygon for a fraction of the cost. Pretty cool stuff. Obviously, this is a great story, so very excited about that. Next up, let's talk about India. India is going to be using the Ethereum blockchain to verify diploma certificates. This is really, really cool. Obviously, fraud, it's big in the certificate world. If you guys have ever been somewhere like Thailand or something like that, you can get a diploma from Harvard for $20 on the side of the street. So look, this is a pretty cool use case. It's in terms of economic activity, it's not going to send Ethereum to the moon. I just like it. I think it's good. I think it is good to be reducing fraud. I know that we all seem to think the use case for blockchain technology is to get us all, rich as heck and buy Lamborghinis, but actually this technology's got some really pretty cool practical implications that can make people's lives better. Being able to authenticate your certificates, that's a pretty big use case if you ask me. So we're going to see more partnerships like this moving forward. Definitely a pretty cool story. So awesome. Let's see more of that stuff happening. This is a big one. This actually happened a few days ago, but Arbitrum, which is another Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution, very similar to Optimism, where it's really a direct layer 2 scaling solution, whereas Polygon's a side chain, very interoperable with Ethereum, but it's actually a side chain, whereas Arbitrum and Optimism, they're layer 2 solutions, more directly integrated into Ethereum. Anyway, Reddit, I think it's the 4th biggest social media platform out there. Basically Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and then it's Reddit. Now they have integrated with Arbitrum for layer 2 scaling for their Ethereum-based tokens. Now last year, Reddit released 2 different tokens for 2 of their bigger community groups. Those tokens have been very popular. They actually made a lot of people money for basically just posting memes and stuff like that over on Reddit. Yeah, I know. We're living in a crazy world where you can just post memes on Reddit and basically get rich. Well, that's exactly what happened for some people. So they were able to sell their Moon or their Bricks tokens and make a lot of money off of doing it. Now, the problem here is that the gas fees are really, really high, so it makes it harder to move the tokens around between users and stuff like that. But with this layer 2 scaling solution, the fees are no longer a problem, because you're able to move these tokens for nothing, right? Now that opens the doors for a lot more Ethereum usage by Reddit, one of the world's biggest social media platforms, right? So that allows Reddit to say, hey, now we can actually start offering tokens for a lot more communities on Reddit. And I'm sure that they're going to, because the launch of Moon and Bricks were very successful. They were very well received by their respective communities. I'm sure that we're going to see more of these tokens, these community tokens coming out on Reddit, especially now that they've chosen a scaling solution to be working with. Arbitrum, by the way, is on its main net. It can be used today, and Reddit is doing that exact thing. So this is very, very cool. I love seeing these great scaling stories with big partners like Reddit. I mean, that's just a big deal. So it was a big deal when Reddit did it, and they looked for a scaling solution for a very long time. They've been on the hunt for a scaling partner for, I don't know, 6 or 8 months now. So it's pretty cool to see them deciding on Arbitrum, launching it with Arbitrum, and now it's happening. So that's really awesome. And finally, for today, last news story for you. This is a big step towards the future of Ethereum. Ethereum Improvement Proposal 3675. Yeah. This is setting out the path towards the ETH2 chain merge. This is a very important step forward. This is not the chain merger yet. The merge is coming. The merge is coming, and it's very exciting. So this is essentially the end of proof of work mining. Remember that whole drama around miners not wanting EIP 1559 to come into play, and they're going, oh, we're going to do a big show of force, and we're going to teach those developers a big old lesson, yeah, because we're the tough miner guys. Well, you know, the developers decided they really didn't like that. They were not fans of seeing all that happening, so they've fast-tracked getting proof of stake up and running. So proof of stake is now going to come before network sharding. That will come later on now, which is, you know, a massive scalability solution for Ethereum. But we are going to see the transition to proof of stake coming through soonish-ish, right? End of the year, maybe next year, right? Probably sometime in early 2022. You gotta figure this out about Ethereum. If you're new around here, when Ethereum says it's going to be the end of the year, what they really mean is it's going to be early next year. Always add a few weeks or a couple months onto any of these tech deadlines, and you'll generally get the actual launch date. But it's coming. This is a big step towards that, actually releasing the Ethereum Improvement Proposal. Yes, I'm on it. This is great. Excited to see this happening. This, when it does happen, is obviously going to be a massive fundamental shift that's going to completely change the way everybody thinks about Ethereum. So very excited for it when it actually happens, obviously. So it's coming. Anyway, those are just my 1, 2 gway for the day. Your question for today. Have you used Polygon? Interesting question. I know a lot of people probably haven't. And if you haven't used Polygon, well, why the heck haven't you used Polygon? You have most of the major Ethereum applications over there, so you can go ahead and check it out. But anyway, I'm curious to know if you used Polygon, are you considering using Polygon? And if you haven't used Polygon, why haven't you? Curious to know your opinion down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.